to normal. We can start the podcast. I'm going to jump right into it. Welcome back to the Whatnauts Captain's Log, number 199. Holy moly. Where each week we thirst for the taste of legend. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined by Melissa Wilkinson. Melissa, how are you?
I'm good. I'm full of microwave popcorn.
Hell yeah. Good stuff. Man, we are so close to episode 200. I'm so excited.
We are. I was going to say we are 1 week away, but no, we record these on Thursday nights. But for big episode 200, I am coming to visit you. We're going to record it in person.
Yeah.
And it'll actually be a Sunday recording, I think is how our weekend schedule works out.
Yeah.
So folks, if you have any ideas or requests for what you want in episode 200, you had a couple extra days to send it to us.
Exactly. We have Sam in the chat here with us
Hi,
this
Sam.
week. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Hello.
Yes, Melissa is in fact coming to visit me for episode 200 of the Captain's Log. This will be the first time we've met in person. I only know you on a computer screen. You live inside my computer, and somehow you've made it out. Into real life.
I've escaped.
Good stuff indeed. Yeah, that's gonna be really exciting, of course. Like you said, we'll be recording that on a different day. We'll also be recording the review show on there. I don't know if there's gonna be anything else that we record while we're here in Oklahoma. But who knows?
Do we have tentative plans to go see the new movie Bullet Train?
Yes.
In a 4DX theater?
Yeah.
And I feel like we talk about that on episode 200 more as a review of a 4DX experience and less as like a full reactor core on the movie Bullet Train.
Sure. Yeah. I finally saw a trailer for Bullet Train that got me I'm interested in it in like an action sense of like, oh, it just looks like a good dumb fun action film. And then I finally saw a trailer that had like plot stuff in there and like what it's about, and this guy's code name is Lucky because he's really lucky, and I was like, oh, there's actually like a plot in this. Right? Like, yeah. It's like, okay, interesting.
Right, it isn't just an arcade game that you go to a movie and you watch.
Indeed. But yeah, we are super excited for episode 200, which will be this next week. So keep that in mind. Put that on your calendars. I'm sure we will be live streaming it here on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Whatnauts. I'm not sure exactly what time we'll be recording that yet, so keep an eye on our Twitter. At the Whatnauts on Twitter to stay up to date with all of that stuff. So I on a podcast a couple days ago, you asked me how wet my city was, which at the time I was very confused by that question.
That's a normal question.
No one asks, how wet is your city? It's 2 a.m. How wet is your city? No one asks that. But you had just had a big storm, and then I guess it hit us today because I texted you earlier and was like, hey, just FYI, I'll keep you in the loop. We just got that big storm. It's pouring rain here. We've had a habit of like our power going out in big storms and stuff like that, or at least like it goes down for a second and then comes back up, right?
Which is like, not a problem for regular life, but real annoying when you're trying to record a podcast.
Yeah, kind of gets in the way. But thankfully it kind of cleared up for a bit here. It's still supposed to rain through Sunday, which is kind of, we needed the rain, but anyways, we do have a lot of stuff to talk about this week. A lot of Marvel announcements. I'm sure we will be talking about that in the second half of the show. But I have a few things that I just kind of wanted to knock out of the way first. This first one is a classic here on the show. Melissa, I have another Mountain Dew.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You have it live? You have it here with you? We have a guest?
I don't have it here. No. And Mountain Dew himself, Mr. Dew.
Mountain Dew, the third host.
Right. So I went to Applebee's this past week, just kind of randomly. I forgot that they had an exclusive Mountain Dew flavor at their place, and I saw it, and I was just like, oh, perfect. Like I can have their Mountain Dew Dark Berry Bash is the one that I got to have here. According to the Mountain Dew wiki here on mountaindew.fandom.com, Dark Berry Bash is a dark berry flavor. It's blue raspberry and blackberry.
So it's one real fruit and one fake fruit together.
Yes. Yeah. Again, according to this website here, it says the tagline is Dew charged with artificial berry flavor. So take that as you will.
Charged.
But this has been an exclusive flavor at Applebee's since August of last year, 2021. And I got to try it. It's actually pretty good. I liked this
good.
one. I in an ideal world, I would have compared this like side by side with Mountain Dew Voltage, because that's also like a blue raspberry kind of flavor. It might be more blueberry, but this was a very, very dark blue, like this blue that you see here on screen here. It actually looked like that. So yeah, just this
okay,
deep, dark blue.
Here on the wiki, under the description box, color dark blue, and the color dark blue is hyperlinked, and you can click on it. You can go to a list of all blue flavors of Mountain Dew.
Oh,
everything from Baja Blast to Voltage to Revolution to Berry Monsoon.
Wow, what's Berry Monsoon? I haven't heard of that one. Let's see.
Riddler's Brew.
Monsoon.
Riddler's Brew. Oh my God. Riddler's Brew is a canceled Mountain Dew flavor. It was originally slated to release. It was originally slated for the release of the film The Batman in 2021, but the release was scrapped due to the film's delay and licensing issues. There's like a mock-up of a bottle here with a Paul Dano on it.
I'm looking at it. Yeah. Riddler's Brew. Interesting.
Oh, and it was supposed to be a mystery flavor. Though unreleased, it is purportedly similar to the Voodoo line of flavors. The drink is a dark blue color.
And I did have that Mountain Dew Voodoo one a while back.
You did?
Don't remember it all that much. But I did like the Dark Berry Bash one. That one was very, very good. I liked it a lot more than the one that's at Buffalo Wild Wings. Let me see.
Legend.
What was that? Yeah, Legend. I liked this one more. It was Legend, Mountain Dew Legend. It was a black color, blackberry citrus with ginger. So
I found a very, very mysterious article simply titled Flavor 514C.
Is this on the wiki somewhere?
Yes. Flavor citrus.
Can you put the link in the notes so I can hop over there?
Yes. Flavor citrus. Color yellow green. Flavor 514C was a Mountain Dew flavor variant intended as a reformulation of the original flavor with less calories using artificial sweeteners. This reformulation was never released to stores. And the original Mountain Dew continues to have its current formula. It's likely that the fan backlash against lower calorie flavors using artificial sweeteners led Flavor 514C's store release and therefore the original Mountain Dew's reformulation to be canceled. So there's a photo here of just an unscanned can, a colored can that's just got stamped on it 514C test product only, not for resale. This thing looks like like an SCP, secure, contain, and protect flavor 514C.
It's locked up somewhere in the CDC, right? God, that's so funny.
Oh my God, there's more. There's more.
God.
We gotta stop.
There's so much. There's so much Mountain Dew that we have yet to discover on this show.
Only one soda cryptid per episode.
Good stuff. Melissa, let me ask you this. Have you been watching any good movies, TV shows, and read any good books? What's been on your cinema corner as of
I've
late?
just been watching Fringe in preparation for our episode this week. We're going to be talking about season 4 of Fringe.
Yeah.
I'm a bit delayed in it. I've had to binge a lot of it here in the final week because I spent a lot of the beginning of this month trying to catch up on Stranger Things.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I was behind everybody else. I haven't gotten to that second drop of like the last 2 episodes of the season, but I watched all of that first drop, that like first 7 episodes of season 4. And I was having a great time. And I was
Good
like,
stuff.
what? You got to clear Fringe and then you come back. So soon I will be done. Soon I will have been actually caught up to the rest of the world in Stranger Things, a show I've been behind on since 2019.
Yeah, I stopped in season 2 and I haven't caught up yet. So maybe one day, but I have a huge list of all the stuff that I want to read and watch and do all that stuff. But that being said, yeah, I have been making progress on that list. I've done a ton of stuff. I went to go see Top Gun Maverick, which we briefly mentioned, I think, last week at the end of the show. And then just yesterday, I went to go see Elvis, which was a lot of fun.
It is fun.
I enjoyed it. It's an interesting movie. It's not what I like. It is what I expected stylistically, but also not. Like,
right.
It's just what Baz Luhrmann does with mixing in music and sound and how it like heightens the emotions, and mix that with all of these, God, just these absolutely radiant and decorative outfits that Elvis would always wear is just wild. Mixing that in with these like this like postcard aesthetic when he would go from town to town, and all these different logos that would pop up on screen. It's a wild movie to watch. It's visually very interesting.
It is. I had a great time watching that one.
Yeah. Personally, his music is not something I particularly care for. Not just not my cup of tea. But yeah, it was an interesting one for sure.
You mentioned the outfits. That's my one qualm about the movie, is that I wish it did spend more time on how does this guy become a cape guy? It kind of touched on that. Here's one of the things that I knew about Elvis growing up, is that he was a comic book fan, and he liked Captain Marvel. He liked, specifically, they say in this one, Captain Marvel Jr., and that is why he wore the capes. That tracks,
capes. They mentioned that he likes that character. It comes up once or twice, but they don't say that is the reason for him wearing those capes in this. But that is one thing that I have like heard repeated in a number of different spots, and so there you go. Fun fact.
I'm happy to know that I did want as many outfits as you see him show up, and I wanted a scene where he like goes to the store, he works with a designer. I'm like, how are you thinking about your clothes? You're showing me, but I do want you to also tell me. I want to get inside your head in terms of your fashion.
He has that one scene where he sees Baby King in the like store getting like his measurements and stuff for his suit. And then there's another scene where he's in the store with BB King. They're both getting, it's the same suit, but like different materials, like different fabrics. And so, yeah, I want to see like how he goes from that to like, let's add a cape on that.
Yeah. Let's do more capes. I think a couple years ago, Antonio Banderas was trying to design a line of menswear capes. If anyone, it should be him. I think he's the name in modern capes.
Yeah, I mean, we do also have this potential like Lando Star Wars film, Donald Glover coming back. He wore some capes.
Oh, great cape look.
Yeah.
Kyle, should we get capes for episode 200?
See, I need the soundboard thing that says no capes from The Incredibles. No capes. Dyna Guy, what a sweet cape. But yeah, it was a very interesting movie for sure. Today I finished up season 3 of Umbrella Academy. That one was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot. It's so good. It's so good. It always keeps my interest. However, I feel like I'm kind of tired of the formula that they keep returning to. It is this.
I understand.
Oh my God, it's an apocalypse. It's the end of the world. And we all have to figure it out. And we all go our separate ways. And we're a dysfunctional family who can't figure it out until the last second. And it was like, that was great for season 1. And then the fact that there's this like time travel-y, timey-wimey thing for season 2 is really neat. And that one was neat. But then they kind of do it again for season 3. And I still really enjoyed it. I still really liked it. But it was just like, okay, you guys have done the same song and dance 3 times. I would like something else now, please. Thank you. But,
any choice needle drops in there?
Yes. So do you remember how like season 2 ended?
What point of the ending?
Like that big, like, what is going on here? What's happening?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the actual, like, final minute of the show. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I try not to spoil too much out there, but it's been out for a little bit now. At the end of that show, there is this reveal that they might not be back in their original timeline.
Yes. Yes.
And season 3 starts with that scene. From the opposite angle. It starts with the Sparrow Academy.
I like that.
It starts with them, and then it gets to that scene, and they're like, well, I guess we're gonna have to figure this out the old-fashioned way. And you see them all square up, and then they just break out into song and dance.
Wow.
And it's too Footloose.
Good.
Yeah, and they did this whole like Footloose spoof, which
what
is
a way to
fantastic.
open a season.
Right? Yeah. So that was good. The Boys season 3, I caught up with that a couple of weeks ago. That was incredible. I love that show. I need to go back and read those comics.
You haven't talked about it much. You wrote down that you watched The Boys season 3, and I didn't remember that you watched seasons 1 and 2.
So I watched season 1 and 2, I think last year sometime. I binged them back to back. I think it was almost a year ago, because I was going through all my shows on Amazon Prime at the time. And I remember starting when I went to go out here to visit Rachel, my girlfriend. I started The Expanse, and I think after that, once I binged all of that, I went home and then did The Boys.
The Expanse you mentioned many times.
Yes, that show is fantastic. I love that show too. Great show. The Boys is fantastic. Melissa, I think you would love this, but I also hesitate to do it. It is
this is how I've been feeling
hyper-violent.
about it. Yeah, well, I don't mind the violence of the thing. I'm just more I don't like anything that's like tonally dark and cynical. If it's got sort of like goofy, like over the top, like slasher movie or like intense like comic book violence, like I can take the blood and guts as long as there's like a sense of hope behind the thing. I don't know.
So you saw Daredevil on Netflix, right?
I saw the first 2 seasons, yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you know how violent that got.
Yeah.
Take that, but escalate it, and I think where most shows would then, like, they would start it and then maybe kind of shy away from actually, like, zooming in on this stuff. This show revels in that. It's like,
okay, got it.
Someone's head just got chopped open.
Oh, fun.
Let's zoom in on that.
See, I do like that stuff. I can watch like so many blood and guts and like bones and things. I just don't like when they're like, humanity is the real problem.
It is equal parts kind of over the top, a look at like celebrity culture and social media, and what if superheroes were the celebrity culture? What if they were the influencers on social media, stuff like that, especially if they were run by corporations. And so they're like, there is some wacky stuff. It's all spoofs on the Justice League and Marvel and the Avengers. Like they do stuff like that, but then they also do stuff that is just wild over the top. Like season 3 had a scene in episode 1 that is a spoof on that theory of Ant-Man going up Thanos's butt and exploding him. They did
is
that.
Is this Herogasm or is Herogasm separate? I've heard legend of Herogasm.
Separate.
Okay.
I actually didn't think Herogasm was like, I don't know why that was their marketing push. It was just an orgasm, or not an orgasm. It was an orgy. There was lots of
You've heard of those.
orgasms. It's just this like yearly like annual orgy that a bunch of the like
I do like that.
D-list heroes just go have. Yeah.
See, I didn't know that about it. The fact that it's all C and D listers is so much more exciting to me than watching whoever the hunk of the thing is.
Yeah, no, it's bonkers. I think you would really like it. But yeah, it is very, very hyper violent. It does not shy away from all of that stuff. But it also has very serious tones and stuff about like what is happening now here in the United States politically, socially. Like it handles that stuff head on, where I think a lot of shows might try to dumb it down a bit here, or for lack of the better terms, Disney-fy it and be like, well, yeah, you know. It's like, no, this guy is a fucking Nazi, or he got wrapped up in all of that stuff, or here's why corporations are not good, or all sorts of stuff like that. So it has very sharp commentary that can be kind of depressing at times.
See,
too.
That's why I haven't watched it yet. Anytime I watch something like that, I wind up feeling personally guilty. And I'm like, why am I still watching the show? I think the show is mad at me.
Check it out, though. I think you'll really enjoy it, especially with how much you liked Irredeemable when we read that. It is in that same ballpark. It's exactly that. So, got to watch that. I got to watch Young Justice season 4.
Nice.
Which is, so I started rewatching that show with my girlfriend. It was her first time. I had seen the first 2 seasons. I had not seen the 3rd or the 4th, and the 4th one is pretty new. I think it ended like a month or 2 ago.
Oh.
So that was good. That was fun. We caught up with all of that. We watched all of Lost season 4. We are now partway into season 5. All of that stuff. Charlotte just died. That might give you a bit of where.
Okay, I
we are.
remember that. You're in the time travel sickness era.
Yeah,
which means you've got plenty of Miles around. plenty of the guy with the hands and the tie.
Yeah, they
Jeremy
just
Davies.
took Ajira
Faraday.
315.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
They just took that one and they woke up again. They're like, we made it. What happened? That's right where we stopped.
God. Man, as soon as we are done with Fringe, I'm going to work my way back to my Lost rewatch. I put it on hold for 5 months. I'm like, you're only doing one J.J. Abrams show at a time.
It's a good show. But I have also been reading a ton of comics. That's what I've been diving into. I'm not going to get into all the ones that I've read, but I've caught up on most of the stuff in my Marvel Unlimited app, most of the stuff in my DC Infinite app. I still have a lot to go in that though, but I'm waiting for the entire series to collect. But then I started dipping my toes back into the Valiant universe.
Oh, nice.
So I'm reading some more of that stuff. I did a reread of Black Science, which was a comic book that was out on Image Comics that I really, really enjoy. I had not read that final volume. I just hadn't gotten to it yet. It had been on my shelf for 2 years. So I finally finished that. I read book 1 through 3, which is the entire trilogy of March, which is a biography of Senator John Lewis and his time in the civil rights movement and all of that stuff. That was wild to see. There's so much stuff in there that they don't tell us in school. They just don't teach this stuff. And it's like, man, this stuff is fascinating. I would have loved to learn all of this stuff back then. I know they are working on more books. They did March book 1 through 3. There's another book called Run, which the first one came out, but then of course John Lewis passed away. I think they had enough to kind of continue the books, but I think they've also delayed them. I'm not sure. That was very, very good. And last but not least, I am halfway through finishing Harrow County.
Hey, how much Harrow County is there? We only read the first 2 volumes.
We read the first 2. I've now read the first 4. So there's 8 volumes total.
That's not that much.
Kind of. So there's about 32 issues in that main series. But since that main series concluded, they have gone back in and they're now doing Tales of Harrow County, which I think focus on other characters and stuff in that town. And it's more of an anthology in that. So that is still an ongoing series that's out right now. So, yeah, I'm hoping to have that done by time you get here this next week, so I can be like, I finished it. Here's how it was. It was
nice.
Great. Or yeah, nice. I still like that book. So
good. I look forward to it.
Good stuff indeed. But yeah, that was a lot. I know I rambled on for a long time.
No, you've had this stuff collected in our sheet for weeks now. Eventually you're going to tell me about these. Go through it. I'm happy you've been getting through so many things. I've just had podcast homework. I haven't had a lot of time for recreational viewing.
Yeah. I think next up on my list is Better Call Saul, because the finale, the series finale of that is on the 16th. So I need to start watching that final season. And that show has also been incredible. So I'm excited about that one. But I think this is a good spot for us to take a quick break. When we come back, we will start talking about some Comic-Con stuff. All that goodness, all the Marvel announcements, and a few of the Eisner Award winners.
Yeah.
I'll mention a couple of those too. So yeah, we will be right back. We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts, and we'd love it if you check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/The Whatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and a thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/The Whatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you'd like to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today. And we are back. A big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. We thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. It means a ton. Cool things that we have been up to here at the Whatnauts. Melissa, you and I just watched The $1 Billion Code on the review show this past week. It's a Netflix show. It's German, but it's like half in German, half in English. This was a series that we were really, really looking forward to watching. We were super excited to talk a bit about it. They in the show, it's a four-part mini series. It's a dramatization of real life of events. It's based on a true story about these two people that created TerraVision. And if you've never heard of that, it's probably because you know the company that stole their code and created Google Earth. So it is their story, what happened to them. I had a blast watching that one. And then this next week on the review show, we are covering season 4 of Fringe.
Yes.
Which is also very exciting. We've been doing that at the end of every month. So yeah, go check out all of that stuff. Crossplay was great this week. It should be out by the time this goes live. That's our video game podcast. I've been playing Stray, the cyberpunk cat game. It was one of my most anticipated games this year. You can hear us talk about that and some of the recent video game news. And then I guess by the time this goes live, I should also have a reaction to the first 2 episodes of Paper Girls, both up on our YouTube and as a podcast up on the Reactor Core. So go check all that stuff out. Lots of good stuff. It's good stuff. Cool. That's housekeeping. All of that.
We
good
also
stuff.
Did you mention the Reactor Core episode we did on Nope?
I did not. Thank you. Yeah. So we did a whole spoiler cast on Nope, Jordan Peele's new movie. I had a blast watching it.
It's really something.
It really is. It's a fascinating movie. Lots to dig in. And I feel like it's a movie that people will still be discovering things in it down the road and as the months continue. But yeah, it was a good one. That is also up as a podcast on the Reactor Core, as well as on our YouTube channel. So there you go. There you go. Okay, now we can get into all of the Comic-Con announcements and stuff.
Let's talk
like
about
that.
these Eisner Award winners. I'm so happy that you brought literal comics news to our wrap up of Comic-Con.
So yeah, kind of. There's still a lot more comic book news out there that if you actually want comic news out of Comic-Con, you can go find. But I know a couple weeks ago we mentioned the Eisner nominations of just like, hey, we've read some of these books on the review show and stuff like that. So there was just a few of them that I wanted to shout out. In Best Continuing Series, there was a tie between Bitter Root by David F. Walker, Chuck Brown, and Sanford Green from Image Comics. And it was tied with Something is Killing the Children by James Tynion IV and Werther de Ladera from Boom Studios, which that is also one of the comics that I caught up on, and I read the first volume of the spin-off of that too. Great stuff. Fantastic.
Nice.
That book is incredible.
It's so fun. That's been one of my favorite things we've read on the review show. We did it for our Halloween Spooky Month, which is the same occasion upon which we read Harrow County a few years ago. I recommended that to my brother. He's been getting into Something is Killing the Children. It's a real solid piece of work. It
really is. The spinoff is neat because they explore the House of Slaughter a little bit more. That whole house where they wear all the bandanas and all that stuff. There's like different color bandanas mean they have different jobs within this like secret society, monster hunter society thing. It's pretty fascinating. And the spinoff is the main character is gay in there, if that piques your interest too. So it's a very good book. Highly recommend that. Next thing I wanted to shout out was the best new series, which is The Nice House on the Lake, again by James Tynion IV and Alvaro Martinez Bueno. That was published on DC Black Label. I've heard good things about this, but I have not read this one. This might be one that comes up down the road. Who knows? But I've heard good things about that one. Let's see here. What should we do next? So I just mentioned Run, book 1 by Senator John Lewis. That won for best graphic memoir. That's Senator John Lewis, Andrew Iden, L. Fury, and Nate Powell on Abrams Comic Arts. Let's see here. Where are some other good ones here? Best writer, of course, James Tynion IV.
Outstanding. And there's a list of credits, and it's like so many different things.
House of Slaughter, Something is Killing the Children, Wind, all on Boom Studios. The Nice House on the Lake, Joker, Batman, and DC Pride 2021 from DC Comics. The Department of Truth, which is one I've been writing, which is freaking phenomenal, on Image Comics. And then a self-published one called Blue Book and one called Razor Blades from Tiny Onion Studios, which is his own stuff there.
That's so many.
He has been killing it, and all of it is fantastic. He has another series that started like a month or two ago called The Closet, and people are like, holy shit, you need to check out this book. And it's just like, another one? He has another hit? Oh my god, what is happening?
Welcome to James Tynion the 4th month here on the review show.
Right, yeah. So yeah, he swept up at the awards there for sure. But yeah, there's lots of really cool things in here, and if you don't know what the Eisners are, you should go check them out and go check out some of those comics.
Yeah, I want to shout out that previously on the review show in our first couple months, we listened to the comedy scripted podcast Bubble. And that got adapted into a graphic novel, and it didn't win, but I believe it was nominated for Best Adaptation from Another Medium and Best Humor Publication. So shout out to Bubble and to Jordan Morris and that good team.
Exactly. Good stuff.
Nice to learn about.
There you go. Yeah. Good stuff. That being said, Melissa, welcome to the Multiverse Saga.
You moved your arm like you were hitting your mouse, and I thought you had like a sound you were going to play.
No,
I was so excited. I thought like this was your debut of like the Marvel sound I've been asking for months.
I still haven't figured that out. I'm brainstorming. I've looked up a bunch of like Stan Lee interviews to like get a sound clip or stuff like that. I just haven't found the right thing yet. So it's not there yet. But yeah. There was a shit ton of Marvel announcements at Comic-Con at their Hall H panel. Melissa,
which is
you seem flabbergasted here.
I just got to set the scene here because we knew that Marvel was not originally going to be at Comic-Con this year. We thought they were going to put everything towards the D23 convention, which is in September.
Yeah.
And then they announced they were going to Comic-Con. It's like, well, they probably have like the Black Panther trailer ready. They probably just want to give people a bit of an update on how Phase 4 is going. Nobody was expecting Comic-Con to have that much.
Not at all.
And this panel was happening while I was seeing Nope. And I got out of the theater and I came straight home and I saw like just what you had sent like push notifications to me about on our Discord. Like She-Hulk trailer to react to, Wakanda Forever teaser, and I saw that something about Phase 5, and I'm like, Phase 5? Yeah. And then you were telling me, did you get all caught up with the Marvel news? And I'm like, oh no, I just showed up here, and you're like I'm so excited for you and the night you're gonna have. God, I had the new Rockstars like hour and a half long live stream to watch where they were like refreshing Twitter to get all the news coming out of Hall H, and they were analyzing everything. And like I had snacks and I stayed up late, and it was so much fun. Such a great way to learn about all of this news. I watched it like I learned as they learned.
Yeah, that it was, man. I must have watched Note before you because I had gotten home and was like making food and trying to eat and refresh Twitter and all that stuff. But yeah, they had so many announcements. It felt like, have you ever gone over to someone's house? You only plan to be there for like half an hour because they just need to like stop in to like pick something up. But it's parents' house. Times. But it's their parents' house, right? And their mom is just like, "Are you hungry?" And you're just like, "Oh no, I'm fine." And then in half an hour, they just whip up a whole feast, and you're just like, "What?"
Oh, that's my mom.
What? I guess I'll just eat everything. Like
this literally happened once. Our friend Ian came by to just pick up my brother to go out for something, and Mom's like, "Ian, do you want some mac and cheese?" And he's like, oh, "Okay." Mom did not have mac and cheese made. Mom made mac and cheese immediately then. Opened the box upon Ian's request.
Yeah,
just thought maybe the boy would like some mac and cheese.
But like this was a whole ass feast. Like this was not like, oh man, we got like a trailer that we didn't expect or something like that. And how cool is that? It's just like, no, we got Phase 5. We got half of Phase 6. We got 2 new Avengers movies. We got trailers. We got casting announcements. We got new shows and like Daredevil's coming back. He has his own 18-episode series on Disney Plus. What the hell is happening?
They went hog wild. They announced stuff that we could all see Secret Wars was coming, but I did not think they were going to mention Secret Wars for another year or two.
Yeah.
Like they have this planned out so far, and they gave us so much now that I'm very excited for D23. What is left? What is left hidden up your sleeves, Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin. So yeah, let me pull this back up on screen. This is all I did last time was pull up this article on Marvel.com. That's all you
very helpful.
Saw me reaching for here. So we all know the Infinity Saga was all of the stuff that they were doing leading up to Thanos in Infinity War and Endgame. They have finally revealed what this next saga is, and it is the Multiverse Saga, which interesting, I guess. Okay, cool. Huh.
I understand. Well,
Fascinating.
they have been dealing with multiverses, but there's
yes.
been a couple possible candidates for the largest foe, for the largest conflict. I do appreciate this being officially named the Multiverse Saga.
Yeah.
It's even got its own logo. Look at this text design.
Yeah, so there's some colors in there, and I don't know if you saw the hats that they gave people, but on the back it has a date. I forget what the date is. I think it's for I think it's for Avengers Kang Dynasty or something like that. But the colors of the date are sectioned. It's like light blue, green, and pink. And those are the colors of Kang. And these are the colors that are in this logo. There's like light blue, there's some green, there's some pinkish purple, there's some gold going on here. So yeah, there's some Kang stuff happening with
Kang.
that. But yeah, let's keep scrolling through these here. So we got a new trailer
Let's go through it, yeah.
She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. We did a full trailer reaction to this on our YouTube channel, so you guys can go see our reactions to that trailer. The show starts, I think that the 16th or the
17th,
17th, yeah, it says right.
Less than 3 weeks.
So that's exciting. Then Secret Invasion, they announced will be coming spring 2023. They updated the logo on
like
that
the logo.
one. It's less scroll. It's more Kree than the previous one here, which is interesting.
I'd have to compare them.
Yeah.
I'm happy we've got a timeline for that one. I think that they mentioned a lot of shows that we knew were happening, but I didn't have a sense of timeline of what was coming out before what and when.
Yeah.
So spring. It's Secret Invasion Spring. Hot Invasion Spring, everyone.
Mm-hmm. There you go. After that, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, as we knew, will be out in February 17th, 2023. I believe they showed a trailer, or they showed footage for this at the panel that has not been released to the public yet. So that's exciting to see. I don't really know what else to say with that one, except I'm super excited.
Right? So. That's going to be a big setup, knowing that we are going full Kang. To know what kind of a role Kang plays in this movie. Yes. What other surprises are in store for us. We also got a poster release that's got Kang in it, like Jonathan Majors as Kang, looking like the comic book Kang. There's Ant-Man and Wasp and Stature already in her costume.
Who I was just about to say, Cassie. Yeah, she's there in her costume. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Is this a new logo? I don't remember if this was a new logo or not.
I'm not sure, but it is aesthetically really in line with all the other logos. Especially I look at the logo gold. And it doesn't feel new, maybe because it is so reminiscent of the last two. But yes, very gold.
Yeah, all the gold for our good old golden boy that we'll be getting in this one here. But that's coming out May 5th, 2023. It seems like they also showed footage of this. They had a trailer. From what it sounds like, this story will focus a lot on Rocket and his story, and will be more emotional than the previous two, is kind of what I gathered. Like, it's going to focus more on that story.
And the first two movies are pretty emotional. Guardians is my favorite. It is my soft spot. It is the hole. There's like a hole in my heart, and it's Guardians of the Galaxy shaped, and it fits in there nice and perfect. Can't tell you how excited I am for this. How much I'm gonna cry. What an experience it's going to be. I can't wait to see the footage. I was surprised to hear that a trailer is like ready, the effects aren't done yet. And
Yeah.
to know that like it's already like cut though, like they already know what the trailer is going to be. It's edited together. The
Mhm.
effects just aren't finished is
Need to replace those
farther
shots.
than I
Yeah.
thought we would be at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means that might be something we see at D23.
Who knows? I was thinking with a May release, this would be a Super Bowl trailer, but no, it really seems like we are going to get it earlier. Fascinating.
Or we could get it Black Panther. It could be a preview that they release at the start of Black Panther. We could do something like that.
That's too
Like
many
that.
emotions to have
Excuse
at
me.
once.
Oh, yeah. So
I think before and after a showing of Black Panther, there's just like 3 minutes of a black screen and it's quiet and you can collect your thoughts.
Speaking of Black Panther, they released an official teaser. And good God, this was not a 30-second little teaser.
Right.
This was not a logo reveal or anything like that. This was a full 2-minute, 20-second teaser. And good God, this is one of the best trailers I have ever seen in my life.
Right.
It is incredible. So good.
I was amazed. Not just that this is a movie we're all so excited for. It's going to be like such a special emotional experience. We know the movie is going to be very good. Everything we see in the trailer in regards to the movie looks very good. But you're right. In terms of the editing and the pacing and the music and sound design, this is a remarkable trailer. I don't know if the Oscars should invent a new award for best trailer to give it to this.
Maybe that's something we should do for a Reactor Core end of the year review show thing.
Oh,
best
yeah.
trailer of the year. We should maybe look at some
would be fun,
more
yeah.
trailers. Interesting. Note taken. So we also did a reaction to this on the Reactor Core that's up on our YouTube page. You guys can go watch that one. We got more information on Echo, which will be out in summer 2023. Of course, we saw her character debut in Hawkeye. And I think a couple weeks ago, we mentioned that Daredevil is confirmed to be appearing in this show as well, or at least Charlie Cox is. So we know he's going to be in that there. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this is. Especially with Kingpin, with what happened with Kingpin at the end of Hawkeye. His fate is up in the air, kind of. We don't know what happened with him. So yeah, that will be interesting to see. After that, Loki season 2, which we knew was coming eventually, is also arriving summer 2023. It seems that I believe his name is Raphael Cassell. I don't know if that's his last name or not. He is one of the stars, creators of Blind Spotting, both the movie and the TV show, which are both incredible. He is potentially cast in this series as some kind of villain. People are speculating someone, but it's someone I don't know who this is. So, okay.
Wow. If you don't know.
Yeah. Loki season 2 is happening.
Excited. Kevin Feige's hat for this presentation was a Miss Minutes hat.
There we go. Yeah, she is confirmed for season 2.
Fan favorite.
Loki. There you go. Moving on, Blade. We got some more info on Blade. November 3rd.
The more info was the date.
Yeah.
I don't think we got a second fact about Blade, but very excited to learn November 3rd.
Yep, indeed. I'm super excited about that one. He did not come out on stage in a Speedo like I tried to predict last week on the Captain's Log, but oh well. After that, we got a little bit of an update for Ironheart. We got a new logo. and that will be coming out fall 2023. Of course, she is also first appearing in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and there was a little bit of a teaser of her, a little bit of an Ironheart that showed up in that teaser,
literally
there. So I'm excited to see that one. That one should be a lot of fun. Agatha, House of Harkness was renamed to Agatha, Coven of Chaos, which I think is a great name.
Yeah.
And that's going to be winter 2023 on Disney Plus.
I'm very excited for this one because it doesn't seem like it was originally part of the plan. Like, I think WandaVision came out, everyone was pleasantly surprised by what a hit Agatha was, and they're like,
and how viral that song went. Oh man, yeah.
So I'm excited to find out what this like fresh new show is that didn't have a place originally, and because of that, I'm not saying it'll feel like shoehorned in, but maybe it gets to be more free. Maybe it's not obligated to fit anywhere, so it gets to be bigger and wilder in some way.
Maybe it's she's still stuck in West VU and is starting her own coven inside that, even though it is still like a 1950s sitcom style thing.
I would love if she is starting a new coven. I'd love to see any of those WandaVision characters back. Like, her new coven is Dottie and Mrs. Hart.
Would be interesting indeed. And then there's Ralph Boner there too, being like, teach me magic.
My number one request, I really want Ralph Boner to still be hanging around. He doesn't have to do anything. I love the idea that he has not moved out of that house. Him and Agatha just continue to live together under whatever that relationship is.
Yeah. So yeah, good stuff with that. Yeah, here was this next thing is one of the things I was most pleasantly surprised by. They announced Daredevil Born Again. This is both Charlie Cox reprising his role and Vincent D'Onofrio reprising his role as Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk, respectively. 18 episode series on Disney Plus.
18! That's a golf's worth.
That is, which they're also doing that for Star Wars Andor, which is also out this next month, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that means it's half an hour episodes. I don't want them to be. I want them to be full hour long stuff. That would be fantastic. But I am super stoked. I love that they're pulling the name Born Again, which is one of his most famous storylines, but also kind of Born Again on Disney Plus, like reprising that role. Like, that's fantastic. We did also get another tease of Daredevil showing up in She-Hulk, in which he is in his like brown and yellow costume from the comic, so that is interesting as well. I did hear, I apparently, I don't know if this was in the panel or some interview afterwards, but supposedly Kevin Feige has said that going forward, both Daredevil and Spider-Man are going to be the kind of head of the street level hero characters.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that means you could see Daredevil showing up in a bunch of different shows from here on out, which would be fantastic.
I like that. Yeah, and his friends. I really hope we get Foggy and Karen back. I like those three. I like that team.
Yes, please. We absolutely need more Foggy. All right. Captain America: New World Order. We knew this one was happening. We knew some details. We knew that it's gonna be Falcon taking up the mantle of Captain America after the events of course of Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is coming out May 3rd, 2024. So we shall see. We shall see what happens with this one. I'm interested.
We knew this was going to happen. I'm very happy that we have got a subtitle and a date on it.
Yeah.
Good to have that progress.
Absolutely. I'm wondering what the plot of this will be. I'm not sure. I have not read the Sam Cap comics where he is Captain America. So I don't know. I'm not familiar with what they could be pulling from in that. So.
And we have no idea what the Marvel world is going to look like.
Yeah.
We've got, after everything we saw in the Black Panther trailer and then like Secret Invasion, like there's so many things that could be absolutely like world shattering. You know, a big hand came out of the ocean and nobody's talked about it yet. Like, who knows what else is happening?
There is that, yeah. If Secret Invasion is with the Skrulls and there is this like shape-shifting, like who do you trust? There might be this like resurgence of like a xenophobic mindset in America, and Sam Wilson as Captain America, a black man as Captain America, having to deal with that would be really interesting. I would like to see that movie for sure. So yeah, good old Captain America 4, whatever movie
Look forward
that is.
to him.
And then wrapping up this next I guess phase 5 ends with Thunderbolts, right? So yeah.
Yes, let's talk about phases. We knew nobody knew what the end of phase 4 was. We didn't know how far we were in phase 4. But Wakanda Forever, that's it. That is the end. They said that's the end of phase 4. And Quantumania is the beginning of phase 5. So who knows where the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special fits in.
Yeah, let me see if I can find a good image of phase 5 here. That's predictions. I don't want predictions. I want the actual thing.
This is one of the news blips I saw that you put in our Discord when I got out of the movie. Thunderbolts confirmed to end phase 5. And they've been building towards Thunderbolts. I was expecting a Thunderbolts, but I was like, end of phase 5? Where are we in phase 4? And then I had no clue that I would watch this thing and they would keep going and tell me what the end of phase 6 was going to be. Who knew? Yeah. Who could have ever guessed?
That's phase 4. Is it on this Marvel? Is it on this website? Do they have it on here? No. Fuck, man. I guess
we'll find one later.
One. Yeah. Yeah. So they basically showed all of phase 5 and they announced Thunderbolts, which is one of the things that we were kind of predicting, that everyone was predicting, right? That this is something that they were working towards. This is a movie. And at least here on this Marvel.com website that I have pulled up here, it says an exciting new group of heroes. Interesting. And that will be arriving July 26, 2024.
Okay.
So what's interesting, I'm not sure what they're going to be doing with this, because what's so interesting about the Thunderbolts in the comics is that they tricked us. They tricked the Raiders into thinking this was going to be a new group of superheroes, all this stuff. They're going to be the next big thing. And then the trick is, these are actually villains that we know.
Yeah.
That are posing as heroes. And since that's already kind of out there, since we have seen... since we know the kind of Sokovia Accords, the superhero registration stuff is still kind of out there, right? It seems like they're maybe making their own team, like a UN-based team. But the characters that they are supposedly collecting are maybe some shady characters, or potentially shady characters, I should say, or at least people who were previously villains, or maybe who didn't even start as ones or didn't want to be, but were cast as villains just by the poor decisions that they made, stuff like that. So are they looking for redemption? Is that what they think joining this team will do? That it could be some interesting stuff, but I don't know if they have a card that they can play that's like, haha, we pulled the rug out from under all of you. So
maybe it won't be happening from the movie to the audience, but maybe it will be happening within the character group. Like they all think that they are heroes, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, what did you do?"
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
I'd like that. Like nobody knows who Yelena is, and they've been told that Yelena is this this Girl Scout basically, and then they watch her crack a neck open.
Yeah. What? They just murder someone. It's okay. We move on. Superhero pose, right? Good stuff. Yeah.
I look forward to seeing the assembly of the team, who our lineup is, and what sort of dynamics they have with each other. I would love to see Yelena teach the Scarlet teach the Black Widow pose to Ghost. That sounds fun. Ghost would like that. Ghost needs friends.
Or to John Walker, to have him do it is still like trying to land.
I want to see him try. He secretly finds he loves posing. He just poses like all day at home.
Pose,
his wife is exhausted. She's like, honey, we were supposed to go to the farmer's market today. Stop doing that.
So yeah, I think this will be a UN based team, especially since William Hurt, being, I think he was the Secretary of Defense for the United States. He was the one that drafted up the Sokovia Accords to the Avengers. I guess he didn't write it himself, but he was the one that presented it to them on behalf of the UN. I think I said William Hurt was the one. It's not him. Thunderbolt Ross. It is the actor. But I think with William Hurt passing away, they will have to address that somehow, some way. Yeah, maybe he had a heart attack and died. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's why they will be naming this team the Thunderbolts now. They will be naming it after him in like a tip of the hat memorial kind of way. Which
I guess in the original comics, he assembled a team and did just name it after himself. Is that what happened?
Basically, it's his
I guess
team.
It is. It's sad that he died, but I guess it is a little bit more narratively graceful that like a friend or colleague is naming the team in his honor, and it's not him naming them after himself. Yeah. I think this logo is interesting. It's these big blocky, like rusted iron letters that are soldered back together. It looks tough. It looks scrappy. And I wonder if that is foreshadowing the journey our characters will be on. They are rusty. They need to be fixed. Maybe this is a story where they are anti-heroes. They're people who are operate in very gray areas. They don't know who they are. They don't know what side they want to be on or what side they're supposed to be on. But yeah, maybe they do find ways to fix themselves. Or maybe once they are together, they are able to help each other. I would like to see that.
They are the titular box of scraps. They made it. They made themselves from a box of scraps.
Let's get him in there. Let's get the guy he was yelling at. Where's he?
Obadiah Stane.
Box of Scraps guy is on the team.
See that? Well, that guy. So the guy who was getting yelled at is still around, right?
Yes,
he's still there. He was in Spider-Man and Far From Home. So who knows? Who
I would
knows?
love
We'll
to see him a third time, please.
Right? Yeah. That could be
Yeah, once
interesting if he's like, ooh, that could be interesting if they're using the projection technology to make it look like they are the Avengers. Interesting. Somehow, like somehow using the,
Why have we never thought about this? There have been so many like lineups thrown out with a lot of predictable characters. You've got John Walker, you've got Yelena, people have thrown out Ghost, Abomination, Zemo's back. Nobody's thrown out Box of Scraps guy. I would love if some of Quentin Beck's team comes back.
Yes. That would be
They are
interesting.
still out there.
That would be wild. Mind blown. Okay.
Right? We've got it. We've solved Thunderbolts.
Moving on, though. Fantastic Four. Here we go. We knew this was happening. We still don't have casting. We still don't know exactly who's directing it. But they gave us a date. November 8th, 2024.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I will be there too. No new logo, unfortunately. But
do you want a new logo?
No, I just saw some like with all the ones out there that we got that were new. Some people were just like, "What? No new logo for Fantastic Four, cheapskates."
I will say, looking at all these logos, it's got the like Marvel Studios stamp at the top of them. Fantastic Four logo has that in the middle. It's in the middle of the four.
Yeah. Interesting. We do know from interviews since the panel, this is not going to be a origin story, though they've said that a number of times before, and it's basically been an origin story. Like Captain Marvel, they said was not going to be an origin story, and it was an origin story. Spider-Man Homecoming wasn't really an origin story, but kind of was.
No.
It was like first big time, like here we go. Your first villain, right?
I wouldn't mind an origin story for the Fantastic Four in this case because it hasn't been done very well in film before, and the versions we have gotten on film before are very different from each other and from what I'm sure Marvel Studios is going to be. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing an origin story because I don't think it would feel repetitive. Yeah. And this is the first time that we're seeing Fantastic Four in an already established world that has so many different sci-fi ingredients going on already that could affect their origin story.
Indeed. Yeah, we don't know if there's some blast of energy from the snaps that caused them to get their powers, or if it was from something out in space. Who knows what? So we shall see. We shall see.
They were on a yacht over the Indian Ocean when suddenly a big hand rises up.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of energy that comes off the hand, and now Ben's a rock man and he can't kiss anybody.
Poor rock man. Moving on, we got two new announcements for Avengers movies. First up,
Fantastic Four opening phase 5, opening phase 6. We're on 6 already. Can you even believe it?
Yeah.
And that comes out November 24th. Again, just to set the stage, set the timeline. May 2025.
May
less
2nd,
than 3 years away. Avengers.
Kang
Avengers
Dynasty.
who, Kyle?
The Kang Dynasty, Melissa. That's who.
The Kang Dynasty!
Yeah. I'm super stoked about this. I think Kang is gonna be a great villain. Man, this I think is gonna be interesting, especially with on one hand, I want this to get time travel, timey-wimey, all that stuff, but they've already kind of done that. So I kind of don't want it to be that. I want it to be like multiversal rather than time travel-y, if that makes sense. We already know the multiverse exists. Kang is out there. All his variants are out there. Some of them are not so nice. And I believe Jonathan Majors, who's playing Kang, has said that Ant-Man and Quantumania, you will see some conquering happening. So that could be interesting. I'm super excited for that. But then later that same year, which must mean they are filming these back to back, I think, we are getting Avengers Secret Wars, which is another thing that everyone was predicting, that this is what we were leading up to. This makes sense. Holy moly, I'm super excited. Again, if they go that more multiversal route, this would be an interesting thing. I know previously I'd been predicting War of the Realms. My prediction for War of the Realms was like, well, it's like in name, it's War of the Realms, but it's kind of like Secret Wars, but it's this, but it's that, but this guy's here. I think this can still kind of fit. I think this is gonna be Doctor Doom or Kang. Like, it's one of them. Doctor Doom or Kang is taking the place of I guess we already know the Beyonder exists, all that stuff, but
what do you mean?
I'm brain farting right now. No, not the Secret Wars. So the original Secret Wars, the comics, was kind of perpetrated by the Beyonder. I was predicting maybe Doctor Doom would take that role because he takes that role in the modern day Secret Wars. So I could see something like that happening. I could see that also happening with Kang, especially if we just got a movie that is entitled The Kang Dynasty. Right? Like, maybe this is another one where the Avengers lose and Kang establishes his dynasty, and he establishes this like conglomerate world of all these different multiverse things, and then we have to get a new team of Avengers to come together and in Secret Wars here.
It's exciting to know that we've got 2 more Avengers films, but we've no clue who the Avengers will be.
Yeah, no idea.
I hope that whenever they announce the official lineup of the Avengers, they have them like run through paper like a basketball team.
And now, in this corner.
I do that at Comic-Con, like just Simu Liu running through paper. But also, I would not complain if that happened in the film. Like, once they form like a new Avengers, like Scott or somebody who's like, guys, let's do an entrance. I'll tape some paper together. I'll get to work.
Yeah. So this was all the announcements from the Hall H panel. There were a few more. We won't go through all of them, but there was a whole animation panel in which we now have What If Season 2 confirmed. They also confirmed Season 3 of What If.
Oh, right.
Wow. They gave us some more details of that Spider-Man freshman year animated show. Unfortunately, Tom Holland is not reprising he's not voicing Peter Parker. However, Charlie Cox is returning to voice Daredevil. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm still, I know they put out a description of that. I haven't looked too closely at what exactly that is, how that's gonna, I think that's out of continuity, kind of ish. We also got a teaser trailer for I Am Groot, which is these 5
cute
shorts. Yeah, this is just going to be super fun. I know recently Disney Plus put out their Baymax shorts, and I've heard good things about that, except for the fact that they are just too short. Like, we need more. They need to be longer. So yeah, that looks a lot of fun. I don't know if I knew this was in the works, but they released a clip of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, which I'm super excited about. I've not dipped into those comics, but I've heard good things. And yeah, it's about this girl whose name is Lunella Lafayette, who is like Reed Richards level smart as a 12-year-old. And she gets powers, and then her sidekick is a giant T-Rex from the wall, like the savage land. So it's her and this big old T-Rex kicking bad guys' butts and stuff like that. And they have a cartoon for that one, and that looks fun. It looks really good.
Good.
Did I miss any kind of major things?
There's Marvel Zombies, which I'm not I wasn't the most excited for until I saw the like real ragtag group of heroes. We've got Shang-Chi and Katie and Miss Marvel and Jimmy Woo. It's just such an oddball mix of characters, which is my favorite part of the Zombies episode of What If. It's like, if you ever wanted to see Spider-Man and Wasp and Ant-Man's friend who told us about the Baba Yaga legend all hang out, you get to. Them and the Cape. Cape's here.
Here's what's interesting about that one. It's its own show on Disney Plus. It's not just a like, and what if season 2 will have another zombie? It's its own show. Supposedly, it's going to be rated TVMA because of the gore. Now, who knows exactly how far they will take that and push that, but that is supposedly what they are doing with that, which is fascinating. I think that's all. I think that's it. I don't know.
We got one more update that came out after the panel, which is confirmed that Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Shang-Chi, will be directing Kang Dynasty.
Yes, that is news as well. That's fantastic. I think that is great. That Shang-Chi was fantastic. That, I think,
so fun.
Looking back on phase 4 so far, I think that might be my favorite thing of the bunch. I think it might be the best one. I mean, we'll have to see how Wakanda Forever does, but which I'm expecting to be phenomenal. But yeah.
It's the most fun for sure. Like, I really enjoy, like Multiverse of Madness and No Way Home were both big, important things for me, but they had so much they had to accomplish, so much they had to do, so many things they had to feel like. And Shang-Chi, kind of walking in there with a blank slate and expecting a good movie, but not knowing specifically what I was going to come out there with. So I had such a great time. Like, I think back so fondly on that movie. I think it has been a real standout.
For sure. So yeah, that's exciting. And then I saw something today that Kevin Feige wants Deadpool 3 to be as big as like Captain America Civil War, Ragnarok. Like, he wants it to be like that level of just like, whoa, this is awesome.
Okay.
So, who knows what that means exactly? But
that's kind of exciting. The first two the second Deadpool movie involves time travel antics, but other than that, it is a fairly small story. The casts aren't huge. There's not, a world isn't at stake. There's no globe trotting. I kind of do want to see what is Kevin Feige's vision of a truly hugely scaled Deadpool movie.
Deadpool tries to save the Choco Taco.
Oh.
World, the Choco Taco is discontinued. No, the world is ending. What have we come to?
I believe that, though. Deadpool seems like somebody who is very emotionally invested in the Choco Taco.
And then it becomes like a John Wick style revenge tale on the people that canceled the Choco Taco. That'd be really funny. Oh man, good stuff. Well, yeah, that's all the Marvel stuff. Unfortunately, DC didn't have as much. There was a new trailer for the Sandman. We got a new trailer for Shazam and the Fury of the Gods. A new trailer for
Good trailer.
Yeah, that one was good. We got a new trailer for Black Adam, or at least one that had more footage in that. But then that was kind of it. They didn't do anything else. And then announced today, Ben Affleck is reprising his role as Batman in Aquaman 2.
Wow.
So I don't know why they held that card.
Yeah.
But that's a thing. DC still hasn't really addressed all their Ezra problem. So who knows what's happening with that? It just seems very strange. I don't remember if we have details on when or if fandom is happening this year.
Oh, right.
That's where I would expect them to release most of their announcements and stuff like that. And that's usually like end of summer, early fall, I think. But we shall see. But no one expected Marvel to go this stinking hard.
Kyle, we need to check back in on our bingo sheets before we leave. Last week, you and I made bingo sheets with our predictions for what Marvel would reveal at Comic-Con and at D23. We both made one sheet. Some of our predictions are the same. Some of them are not. So let's see how we did, and then we'll check in again after D23 in 2 months.
Yeah. Let me pull mine up. It'll take me a sec to get it up because I am pulling it up on Photoshop so I can mark off all of the.
Aren't you fancy? Here. I just have paint.
I'm a personal goal for myself next month is to teach myself DaVinci Resolve, which is it's a competitor to Adobe Premiere, which is what I use to make all of our podcasts and edit them together. But it is free. Or there is a free version, and everyone that has that is like, it is so much more than you will ever need. So I want to teach myself that, and then hopefully wean myself off of Adobe, so I don't have to pay the like $50 a month to use all of this stuff, and just find free alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see here. Pulling up this guy. I'll pull him up on screen.
Okay.
For us to see that. There you go. Bam. Make that big guy. There you go. Zoom in a little bit. Oh God. Whoa, did that zoom in on the beard? Let's do that. There we go. Marvel bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we are. Bingo. Marvel bingo. Oh shit. I fucked something up on my end. God damn it.
I gotta get a circle.
I switched my free space and Werewolf by Night on accident somehow. My free space is not in the center. So I'm just mentally gonna note that hey, those are switched. Get a good green. A little bright green color here.
Mine's yellow.
I'm gonna see. I chose the like Halloween
nice
background. So I got like pumpkins and bats and spooky text and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to. I need to do image mode RGB. There we go. New layer. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna mark off my free space. Actually, I'm going to put the opacity of that one down to 75. There we go.
Okay. So I want to talk about what I can cross off on my bingo sheet. Number one, Kevin's free hat space, free to all. Everyone gets a hat. I did predict Namor in the Wakanda Forever trailer, which we got. We got a lot of Namor, a lot of obvious, clear, yep, that's Namor, no bones about it.
Yeah, so news revealed through clothes. We got the hat, right?
Well, he wore. Oh, right. There was you said there was the release date of Kang was on the back of the hat.
Yeah, something like that. And I guess yeah.
I was
Stuff
thinking
like
truly not that the hat or t-shirt or whatever would echo the news, but it's like they didn't say Mahershala Ali is playing Blade and then he puts on the hat. He puts on the hat and that is the news.
I gotcha. So should I take that one off then?
Yeah, I'm not crossing off news revealed through hat until the news is revealed exclusively through hat. Hat gets first exposure.
For sure.
I can. There was Guardians. I wrote down. So for these, I would write down things like details, which could mean we have a release date, we have a subtitle, we named a director or something like that. Some of these things I said trailers. For Guardians 3, I didn't think a trailer was going to be ready. So I wrote that we were going to have a behind the scenes look, maybe with on set stuff. I haven't seen yet what that reel actually was. I don't know if there was behind the scenes stuff, but could I cross it off just knowing that we had to see anything of Guardians?
Sure.
I feel like seeing it with effects that aren't totally finished counts as a behind the scenes look.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So Jonathan Majors appears.
Yes.
He's on that one.
Yes.
I do have that one down.
I crossed off that. I crossed off Thunderbolts details and Captain America 4 details. So both of those, we got a confirmation, we got a logo, we got a release date. We got a subtitle for Captain America. That met my definition of details.
Okay. We did get an update on Agatha. I have that one.
Oh, that's not on my sheet.
Did we get a date for What If Season 2? Or did they just confirm that it's...
I don't remember.
Let me see if I can look it up on my phone. What
so not counting the free space, I was able to cross off 5 things, which isn't bad. One of the things I wrote down was a new team up title announced. And I meant truly a new team up, like a new team none of us were predicting, or a new pairing of characters or combo of characters. It's we were predicting Thunderbolts. We were predicting more Avengers. So that doesn't count.
Yeah.
I'm give me something nobody's been thinking of. Or something that's been not in the top 4 of our expectations of things you're going to do.
Yeah. I don't think we got a date for oh wait, was first announced on November 12th. No, okay. We know that the season will arrive in early 2023. I don't think we got a date for that.
Okay.
Damn. No visuals from the Marvels. Do we know if there was a use of a Marvel prop?
Oh,
so there were some
costumes.
characters. I will count that. I'm okay with counting that. It's not just you came in the Star-Lord jacket, but people came in full on makeup and costume.
Right.
And
yeah. Chuck Woody is the High Evolutionary.
Yes.
Another exciting confirmation. We all thought that's what was going to happen. It's nice to know for real that he again showed up dressed as the guy.
Indeed. No Deadpool 3 update. What about scrolls?
I wrote down on my sheet live scroll reveal.
Live scroll
which
reveal?
Is
I don't think we've got that.
That they're going to tell us that somebody is playing a scroll, or that somebody on stage has a Mission Impossible mask and they take it off.
Sure. Yeah.
My prediction was we think it's Kevin Feige, but he tears off a mask and it's Ben Mendelsohn.
Interesting. We didn't get an Ironheart teaser, no name attached to Fantastic Four. My Fantastic Four release date prediction was not correct. Didn't get any kind of Sony update, so nothing on Madam Web. We did get the next big event. I guess.
Yeah.
Either we call that the Multiverse Saga or just Kang Dynasty, whatever this is.
I think
that's
so.
the next big one. Cool. I think that's about all I have.
Mm-hmm.
But Wakanda. So we do have a date for Wakanda now, right?
I wrote down Wakanda series details. So like that Disney Plus series they're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
We didn't get any details on like that thing.
So I put down Wakanda show's date. So I think I was more in line with you. Like I was talking about the show, which we did not get. So I think that's it. This is my on screen. You can see my board right here. I will make a correction in just a sec here to switch the furry space and werewolf by night because that space is not in the center here.
Yeah.
But I will make that in a bit. Anyways, there we go. That's our Marvel bingo so far. No bingos
Exciting.
yet. No bingos yet, but D23 is in about a month-ish, right?
Well, it's in September. I'm going to Google
month
it.
And a half.
We keep saying, I think it's like late September.
2 months.
Oh, no. Oh, let's see. September 9th, like that weekend.
So yeah, month and a half.
Okay, boy, howdy.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
6
cool.
weeks, 6 weeks. Wow.
Yeah. 6 weeks indeed. Well, I think we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes almost here. So
this is a longer one.
This is a longer one, rightfully so. This was fun. We will check in on this once D23 happens. But let's wrap up. Let's end the show there. Melissa, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. And listen to my other podcast, Saturday Morning Obscurities. This is a show where me and my brother Jams talk about weird old kid shows you feel like only you remember.
And you guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. And if you guys would like to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, we are at the Whatnauts on Twitter. So please go like, share, and subscribe. That would help us out a ton. It would mean the world to us if you did all of that good stuff. This has been number 199 of the Captain's Log. We will see you all live from Oklahoma next week for episode 200.
Yes!
We will see you then. Bye.
Bye.